Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Decorative Survival. So, in the last episode, I worked on my third and I believe final bridge for the path that connects this abbey to my other two villages. I would like to do some more work on that path because I have gotten quite a bit of gravel in between the past few episodes. Here, yeah, so I've gotten enough that it's going to be interesting, I guess. But I'll first need to get started by clearing some of the forest because I am basically straight into the forest from my bridge. So I guess I'll need to get started on that and then I'll be right back. Alright, so one thing that I failed to do while I was doing this is actually sleep at either of my two really close villages, and instead, as you can see from all of that unloading, I rode all the way back to the village I was previously staying the night at, which was fine, but now that I actually am almost at the other village, and especially at the end of this when I was building the path, have a path connected, it's just not good. Alright, so I'm back, and, well, my clearing of the path, I think, is basically finished. I need to remove a couple of these strange spots where I've left some extra tree bits hanging, some extra tree leaves hanging onto others. But, yeah, I think that should be it. For some reason, my horse, I've watched the replay. I couldn't find my horse. I watched the replay. Goes over here. Then I think either it unloads from my entity distance or something, and so it just disappears. And the next I can see of it in the replay, because I need to use the replay to find this horse, is somewhere over here. So, yeah, I am slightly surprised about how far it went, considering that short bit of replay was actually only like 6 minutes long. The final bit, the bit where the horse wandered off, because I was normally making sure that this horse was quite close. Anyway, it's time to work on the next bit of the road, so I guess I'll just drop off all of this at my base and return with some coarse dirt, and yeah, then I'll get started on the road, and I'll be right back. Alright, so as I was talking about, my horse has quite a tendency to wander. You can even see it in these bits. I try and keep it on the middle of the bridge because it's really, it takes it longer to get off. But I realised that I was being silly and I actually could just get a lead. So you'll probably see me later on in this time lapse putting little fences and tying my horse up to them, because as you could just see there, my horse wandered up a hill, and in fact I had to go and find it, and that took quite a little while. So yeah, I crafted up some fences, and now my horse will only stay in one spot because it's tied to a fence post, which has made it much easier for me to actually find it at the end of that, especially now that I'm moving further away from the bridge. Alright, so I am back, and I almost got up to the end of, well, where this path would join the other path. So, well, I ran out of coarse dirt, so that's kind of the end of this. And I've also run out of time, so yeah, that kind of needs to wrap up this episode, except I need to sleep first because it's getting really close to night. Alright, so yeah, that's gonna wrap up this episode. Thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and yeah, goodbye.